Hello, everybody. Welcome to a new podcast. Today, we are going to speak about the importance of humility, especially for the servant of God. This is the most important of all qualities, as we are going to explain in this podcast. We will see the importance of showing humility always, and we will learn how God shows His mercy to every human being, to any of His creation, man or animal. Everything that God has created benefits from His mercy. And in the same way, we should be able to benefit others for the sake of God. Regarding the attribute of humility, this is very important because humility is what is going to help us when we make a mistake, when we sin, when we do a transgression. If we are humble, then we are going to be able to regret our bad deeds, and we are going to repent. In fact, we know that all the sages, all the prophets throughout time have emphasized on the importance of humility, because a humble person is someone who looks down. Usually this is how it's characterized in the works of ethics, in which someone who has done something wrong doesn't even dare to look up. Like a little kid who has done something wrong, and his father or his mom is trying to correct him, and the little kid is lowering his gaze because he knows that he has done something that is wrong, that is not appropriate. And because of that, he's ashamed, meaning he regretted, meaning he wished not have done that because of it, now his mom or his dad is giving him a reprimand. And this is an attribute of humility, of humbleness, and is shown by, as the sages emphasize, lowering the gaze. And in order to attain this attribute of humility, this is exactly what the sages advise. They say that a person should always lower his gaze and minimize his self-worth as much as possible. And it's always important to start from this. Humility is number one. Humbleness. Because again, remember, this is what will allow us then to recognize that yes, we have done wrong. Yes, we have sinned against God or against my brother, against my friend, against even the creation of God, because there are people who destroy God's creations. Therefore, the attribute of humility is important in order to recognize that we have done wrong to our parents, to our wife, to our husband, etc. And regarding this, always we have to imitate the Creator, because there is none so tolerant and humble as our God. And His mercy is absolute and no flaw. Transgression or strict judgment enters His sphere, meaning that His mercy, no one is more merciful than God. That's why He's known as the most merciful. And He's not that strict, neither that He cannot forgive. On the contrary, God is always looking for an opportunity to show mercy, to forgive His servants. If His servant is looking for Him, if he has regretted what he has done, then God is always looking for the opportunity, and as He says, running towards us, symbolically, as to show that God is always willing to forgive us. In the same way, if someone has done something wrong against us, I emphasize this again, if someone has done something against us, in the same way that the sinner has committed a sin against God, if someone has committed a sin or done something bad to us, we should imitate the Creator, and we should be willing to go to that person and forgive that person for the sake of maintaining the peace, the stability. And this is an imitation. We are imitating the Creator. We are imitating God, who is always willing to forgive the sinner. Then we should be able to forgive others if they have committed a transgression against us. We can never be so strict in the judgment as to never to forgive others. On the contrary, we should be able to show mercy and to understand that people are imperfect human beings, and therefore we as imperfect human beings, we should be able to show mercy to others as we would also want that others show mercy to us, or in the same way that God show mercy to us every single day, because every single day we transgress even if we don't realize it. But God is always willing to forgive us. He is always God is always bestowing His bounty upon man constantly. So too, man should conduct himself in this way. No factor in the world should prevent him from benefiting others, and no transgressions or misdeeds of unworthy people should prevent him from benefiting at every available opportunity all those in need. And just as God sits and nourishes all creatures, from the largest creature to the smallest creature in the world, without disdaining any of them, because if He disdained any creature because of its insignificance, it could not exist for even a moment. Rather, He watches over them and grants mercy to all. So too, man should benefit all, not disdaining any creature. Even the lowliest beings should be very important in His eyes, and He should show concern for them and benefit all who require His benefit. This is a very important attribute. Again, as we are analyzing the importance of showing mercy, of always helping others, always being humble, because it is something important to have in mind. If you are humble, then you recognize that yes, I make mistakes. And this also enables you to recognize that your fellow human being also makes mistakes. And because of the attribute of humbleness, then you can show mercy to others, because you can understand the nature of humanity, human nature. And then, as an imitation of our Creator, as we are always imitating God, that He shows mercy and compassion abundantly to all human beings, to all of His creation, all over the universe. In the same way, we should hold in high esteem all of God's creation. And remember this, it's very important that God is the one who sustains every human being on earth. God sustains the one who is just, but also the sinner. Because if the sinner is alive, because God is allowing it, because God is waiting for that person to repent and to come back to Him. In the same way, we should be able to be tolerant and to show mercy to the sinner, because the sinner is the person who needs mercy. The one who is righteous, the one who never have done anything wrong, this person, as they say, or like someone who is not sick doesn't need to go to the doctor. The one who is sick is the one who needs the doctor. In the same way, someone who is just, okay, the one who has sinned, the sinner, is the one who needs more than others perhaps our help. Someone to be there to encourage them, to bring them to the good, to get them closer to God. And I can assure you that God will recompense you for these actions, because you are imitating Him, and then you will have a great reward from God and from men also, because others will notice your character, others will notice the way in which you behave, and you are given such a great example as a true servant of God. Remember these two attributes, humbleness and mercy. This is the message that I want to convey to you in this day. I hope that you like this podcast. Don't forget to like the video, share, subscribe to the channel, and God willing, we'll see each other in the next podcast.